Ooh, right back in your ears. It's Joey Bats and Macy VT for Public Tinkles Podcast.
PT. What's up, buddy?
Same shit, different day, brother. How are you?
I'm all right. Not, I don't have anything to complain about, really. So that's good. You try not to complain about everything these days.
That's true.
'Cause everybody's got something to complain about.
It's too easy.
I'm just kidding. I can complain about something right now. That camera looks sideways.
Yeah.
It's upsetting me. It's pissing me off. I can't figure out how to fix it because I'm using a tripod that's 90 years old, tops. And I give up. I don't know where else to put it. So, folks at home, turn your head to the left a little bit.
Or just do what normal people do and listen to a podcast, on just turn on and don't listen or don't look at it. Just listen.
I didn't know that's what people did.
Yeah, just listen, Linda. Listen.
You gotta learn to listen, Lou. Gotta learn to listen.
Until he said yard trimmings.
All right. So, I guess we'll just get right into the breaking news of the day. The Pac-12 dissolved.
Rip.
See ya.
He gone.
Now it's the Pac-4?
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Stanford. As of right now, it's Stanford, which I don't think Stanford's going to stay. There's no way. Stanford, Cal, Oregon State, and Washington State.
Ew. I bet they leave too. It's just going to completely dissolve. Or they'll do some sort of merger.
They're who knows at this point? I mean, you got USC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon going to the Big Ten, and then you got ASU, Utah, Colorado, and U of
Washington.
U of Gay going to the Big 12. So it's gonna be interesting. I could care. Like, people are like, "Oh, dude, how do you feel about it?" I'm like, I don't care.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Just
I can
play
see
football.
I could see why people don't care. I just hate how it's becoming such a money grab. It's just like there used to be an element about college football that was attractive.
It's the football of the minor leagues, dude. That's all it is now.
Now it is all for the money. It's just like if you can't beat the starting quarterback out for his job, they're going to go somewhere else. And it's like, well, then you're kind of taking someone else's job. It's weird. I don't know how anybody feels about that.
Time out. Transfers have always been happening, dog. That's how it's always been.
Not to this extent.
I don't remember it not being like this.
Have you?
Since I've started watching college football, that's how it's always been.
Did you start watching college football last year?
No.
There was like 1,000 I'm exaggerating, but there was like 1,000 transfers in the last year. Shit, let me look it up.
There's always been transfers, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
There's always been transfers, but it hasn't been to this extent. The transfer portal. How many transfer?
That kid, there used to be a quarterback for Florida State. He was French, but he ended up transferring to Notre Dame. I remember that. We were in high school when that happened. That was crazy.
Here's a huge number. Between August 1st, 2022 and May 1st, 2023, 8,699 NCAA football. They can hear me. NCAA football players. Where are you going, Mike? Stay here, dude. I'll read that again. 8,699 NCAA football in barely under a year have entered the transfer portal. That's just football. Think about baseball. Think about basketball. Think about, underwater basket weaving. There's a lot of other sports that have transfer portal. And it's like, I think the reason why I could care less, I just see the numbers and I'm blown away.
I'm like, you're not even a college guy.
No, but I'm so used to that in pro sports, and I think that was the only thing really separating college sports from pro sports. It's like, all right, there's going to be loyalty. There's, they're playing for the love of the game. They're not playing for like an NIL deal. Good for the kids getting paid because, not all those kids are going to go pro and get millions, so why not go get sponsored by a local Subway or go get sponsored by a local pizza shop or something.
Arizona State this year had 30 commits alone in the transfer portal. 30. That's number 2.
How many players are on a football team? 53? That's crazy.
Colorado had 50.
That's the whole team.
I know. Well, it's because of Coach Prime, but...
Okay, yeah, so there's an inflated number. But 30?
Yeah.
That's like what they would do in an NFL offseason. They're like college football is becoming like the NFL. And I get it, there's a lot of money there, it's fine, whatever. I don't know. When you get married to the money, that's when things become just not fun.
I do agree, though, college athletes need to get paid. I'm not saying like we're making millions and millions, but I mean, struggling for food, while their fucking team and their school's making all that money, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And they only get like, $5 to eat for the week. It's like, come on, that's horseshit. And then you got boosters who are trying to help them like get money and eat and stuff, and that's illegal. Then the school gets penalized, and that's bull. Like, hey, like if a booster or a recruiter tries to help a kid and goes, okay, I'll help you, all right, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll pay for your meal. NCL slap him with a violation. It's like, really?
Yeah.
This kid just wants to fucking eat.
That stuff, I agree with you.
Off.
That stuff is different. I do like how they're avoiding that type of stuff happening. So that's what I am on board with. It's just it. They could have just gotten rid of that thing. Whatever.
It's like when my dad went to ASU, he told me stories about how like him and his buddies would go to like the AM PM and just steal a bunch of food because
they had
nothing else to eat.
They had no choice.
Like ASU was going to give them, again, $5 for the entire week. You can't survive off that. I know I was back in the 80s, but still.
Yeah, in the 80s, that's how many groceries are you going to buy with $5? I wasn't alive in the 80s, but how many groceries are you going to buy in the 90s? In the early 2000s.
$5 doesn't get you squat now.
It's not getting $5 now. You might get a pack of gum.
Yeah.
You might get half a gallon of milk. You might get an already chewed egg.
Pretty much.
You might get a COVID vaccination under a bridge.
It was funny because the way my dad tells that story about how he went to the APM is like with him, and I'm not going to give away who else he was with because I don't want to not that anyone would get in trouble, but just we don't name drop here, but he was with some of his buddies who were on the wrestling and baseball team.
I'm sure the statute of limitations on stolen Slurpees are from the 80s are gone, but
probably. I couldn't even remember.
Slurpees and Slim Jims.
Oh, yeah. So apparently, from my dad says, they walk in and the guy had just like put out all the burgers and shit. And so him and his boys just start mowing them. And they're just going to town, just destroying these burgers. And my dad's like, what we used to do is we used to go in there and eat them all, but we'd save one, and then we'd eat them all, but we'd go up and pay for one. I'm like, it's actually pretty genius.
How is that genius?
Like, that makes a lot of sense. Good job, Dad.
No, it doesn't.
And so, they'd walk out, and my dad heard the guy go, oh, I just made those. It's all gone. I'm like, that's back for like cameras and stuff, so you can get away with all that stuff.
Oh, dude.
That's hilarious. I was like, that's great. My dad tells it way better than I do, but yeah, that's funny.
Oh, man. You want me to tell a story about the time I stole something?
What don't you steal?
I don't steal anymore. It's been a long time since I've stolen anything.
It's always your first instinct to do something stupid.
Yeah, that's my first instinct, but, I don't
Yeah, because I have to beat the hell out of you and be like, hey, we're in reality.
I don't hardly ever act on it anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah. There was this, I'll call it a grocery store. It's like a half grocery store, half carniceria. I don't know how to say that in Spanish, but they make their own food there. You know what I mean? Tortilleria.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yep,
Yeah.
I remember this. I was there for this.
Yeah, that's not the name of the store, by the way.
We're not going to give that away, but yeah, I
No,
was there for this. I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
All right, so this is several years ago, I get instructed by people I know to go pick up some food for a gathering we're having, and then when I get to the store, you were there, and so is someone else that we know, and
Boo. Anyway, your brother was there too.
that's who I was talking about. I didn't know who else was there.
One of my ex-girlfriends,
Oh, she was there?
unfortunately. Anyway, keep going. That's why I said boo.
Oh. And so I get there, and before I say anything else, I had full intention on paying for this. But when I got all the items, and this is the type of store where they like slap the price tag on the food before you buy it, so you can do math. You're like, oh, I owe $75 for this. Ugh. I check my wallet. I don't have cash. I don't even have my credit card. Like, that thing fell out or something. I was like, dude, this is my worst nightmare. And I'm looking at you, and I'm like, I'm not going to ask you for the, like,
We're in the middle of the store, too.
Yeah, we're in the middle of this store, and I'm just, like, looking around. And then I look over to my brother, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you, I only had $5 on me. I'm like, all right, here's $5. I want you to go buy a can of Coke or something. Go buy something cheap. Come back to me with the plastic bag. So he goes and does it. He brings me the bag. And then I'm like, all right, all three of you, here's the keys to the car outside. You take that, you start the car, and you keep it running. I'll meet you outside. And you guys are like,
Macy's like a mob boss. Like, hey,
what's happening?
just go the fuck out there and you'll be fine. Just keep that shit running. Go.
I was just like, hey, don't worry about nothing.
Go
outside, cocksuckers.
I was like, all right, man.
Like, literally, in my head, I was just like, everything was moving so quick in my head. I was just like, all right, these guys are going to have the car waiting for me outside. I'm going to be in the passenger seat for a mile. We're going to get out at the Best Buy. We're going to swap. We're going to go back to the house, and then we're going to go cook this stuff. Like, in my head, this is all working properly. And I'm laughing now because we realize it's a mistake. Don't steal. Can't believe we have to say that. But, so knuckleheads go outside. I wait about 5 minutes. I'm walking around the store, and I like slip the meats and the cheeses and everything in the bag. It's all just spilling out of one tiny plastic bag. And then I'm looking around. I wait for it to start getting kind of busy. And as soon as all the lanes are clogged up, I'm like, zoom, see ya. And I walk right out of the store. I don't turn around because I don't want to think people are like looking at me. And then I just go right into the car. We zoom off about 1.5 miles. We pull over into some store that's probably closed now. We swap seats. And you guys are just quiet, like halfway back. And then I forget if you or my brother is just like, did you really just steal that? I was like, yes. And I feel bad, man, but
you had to do what you got to do, man.
I didn't want to disappoint.
To quote the random van guy from last year, you got to do what you got to do to get to where you got to go.
The random van guy.
Random van guy. Yep.
Rest in peace.
I mean, the best part is when we got back and your sister was like, you stole this? Because your brother told her.
Yeah, my little snitch-ass brother.
She's like, you stole this? You're like, what?
I was like, I had to.
You're like, you wanted the food, correct?
I wasn't given any money.
That was so funny.
It's like, I didn't have a job. What'd you expect? I was broke? Jobless?
That was so great. I love that.
I think that was like a Super Bowl or something.
It was.
We were getting food for a Super Bowl.
Yes, we were.
Tremendous. That's why I was busy. Okay, that makes sense. What Super Bowl was that?
I don't remember.
Actually, let's not say, just in case.
I do remember looking out the window, you coming out of the store, and you're just laughing.
I mean, I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, there's no way this
You were
is
just
working.
laughing, and I was like, this motherfucker.
I wouldn't laugh now. Well, I mean, I wouldn't steal now, but just, oh, dude, that freaks me out thinking about that. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Just move on.
Every time we pass that store, I always just laugh.
Me too. I don't think I went back, just in case. I don't know, freaking out over nothing. It's probably like $30 worth of food.
Yeah, bro, they have pictures of you on the wall.
Sure they do.
You see this gringo right here? He come back into the store.
Yeah.
We're going to kill him and put him in with the fish.
We're going to serve him with the carne asada.
We're going to
We're
serve
going
him
twice marinade.
next to the fish in the carne asada.
If you couldn't tell, we're doing a Australian accent.
Thought it was Japanese.
Well, Japanese, they have their own language. So,
Damn, that's right.
You want to hear my Canadian accent?
Oh, hit me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm shocked you weren't like, oh, maple syrup.
Oh, maple syrup. Oh, my prime minister's getting divorced because he's secretly gay with the French prime minister. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
All right.
Give me all your guns.
All right, dear bud. Calm down over there, eh?
Canadians are weird.
Canadians are hilarious.
What's that South Park show with the Canadians?
Terrence and Phillip. Eat breakaway.
Breakaway.
Yeah.
Now back to what's that? They did that book on the Queen of England or whatever. It's like in our newest book called Wah.
Wah. We want our privacy. We want our privacy. That's her shooting off fireworks and throwing shit. I love that episode. Our new book. Wah.
Wah. All right, what's the time we're at? Oh, nice. We got through that one pretty smooth.
Oh, man.
Dude, I can't wait for it to be winter again.
I can't wait till I watch Tommy Boy again.
Is it on streaming things?
It's on the flicks, dude.
On the flicks.
Dude, I love that movie so fucking much. It's just brings back a lot from my childhood, but it brings back good memories.
Yeah.
Like I used to quote it as a kid all the time. I'd be like, "Holy shnikes!"
Holy schnorkers.
I love the beginning where like he's running through Marquette trying to get to his class to take his final.
Yeah.
He drills the wood that the dude's putting. He's like, "Oh!" He's like, huh. He like leans off against the bush. He walks past the lady. He's like, "Hi, how are you?"
Yeah, all right.
Best part, he gets to the door of like the final, or that he needs to get to. He's like, "Oh, please, God!" He's like slamming his head against the glass. And he's like, "Son of a!" He like he sits down and pissed. And the girl next to him just opens the door and he stands up. And he's like, looks around next to him like a crackhead. And he just opens it and runs in. I'm like, that's great.
You know why he was able to nail that crackhead part?
Because he is one.
Yeah, because he was a huge cokehead.
R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
But
Don't do drugs.
hey, it's not John Hancock. It's Herbie Hancock.
Ayy. Smooth.
Yep.
All right. Hey. I got some exciting news for you, kiddo.
We're going to Disneyland.
No, that's terrible news. We have our first sponsor.
Oh, dude, we're cool now.
Yeah, dude. Our first sponsor. ZF Decals. They are available on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy, all by searching ZF Decals. You want to run up to the camera and show them?
Run it up.
They produced our new logo, as you can see Joey holding right there. And the other logo that you're showing is their logo. Looks like a gorilla. Or, that's a gorilla? Yeah. So you can find the store, ZF Decals, or excuse me, etsy.com/shop/ZF Decals. And when you're buying something, enter the code PTP10 for 10% off your whole order. Everything can be created, custom decals that can be pictures, logos, or just words. You can find them once again on all the Twitters, Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy, except for Twitter.
Y'all go out and get some decals. I'm telling you, these are premium quality decals. I'm holding them in my hand. Our boy hooked us up.
We got one on my laptop there, if you can see it. We already put it on our bumper sticker car areas.
Put it on my truck. I'm telling you, if you want a PTP sticker, go get one.
It's on the front page. You'll see it. It's in bright yellow because it looks like pee-pee.
Or if you want to make your own, go do it. Our boy Zach hooked us up. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for being a sponsor of the podcast. You are the shit. These decals are awesome. I'm not just saying that. I'm being straight up. Like, these decals are honestly
For real.
amazing.
Check out his Etsy page, ZF Decals/shop.
Like, I know what a lot of people do, like these sponsor
said that
time
wrong.
stuff because they have to, but like this, like these are nice. I'm telling you. You will not be disappointed.
I want to say that correctly one more time for the mic. That's Etsy.com/shop/capital Z, capital F, decals.
Run over there, grab you one,
Oh, yeah.
show the fellas some support, and show our boy Zach some love and support too. Help him, help us, help us, help him.
I'm looking at the Etsy shop right now. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, he's got some good shit. Sorry for swearing so much, but it's true. He's got some good stuff on there.
All right, man.
He did a great job with ours. I mean, that's
Oh, I fell in love with our logo. I mean, you guys probably, some of you are smart enough. You saw in our previous episode, number 10, that we had changed our profile picture to our new logo that Zach made for us.
I mean the fact that there's the
It's all over
T,
the socials.
the T with the P with the little P coming out. I mean, that's like that's
The attention to detail.
genius.
The attention to detail. And I gave him, for the most part, free range on this. Like 99% free range on this.
Killed it.
Murdered the design.
Killed it.
I love it. So,
Shout out to him, man.
give him a boost. Give him a follow. Give him all that good stuff. Anyway.
Man, love sponsor time. Love that.
Sponsor time.
Good stuff.
PTP.
Now back to the content.
All right. What's your favorite giveaway you've ever gotten? Because we got 2 giveaways right here. My favorite is the Haboob Globe, obviously, because it's native to Arizona. I'm an Arizona nut. Shout out to the Suns. Devin Booker jersey. Shout out to the flag. You know how it is.
Does a blowjob count?
That's a giveaway?
Oh, sorry. Now I know you're sorry.
You were giving it away?
No.
I mean, dude, Pride Month ended a couple months ago.
No, I was on some other thing.
What?
I thought you were saying what's the best thing you've been given? I was like, a blowjob?
Why would the best thing I'd ever been given would be a snow globe with brown speckles in it?
I don't know. Sorry, I have cock in my ear. I gotta take him out.
Pride Month ended, bro.
Dude, back off. Back off, Jackson 5K. Leave me alone.
I'm a moonwalk out of the set, dude.
Yeah, bro, you don't even want that. My favorite, honestly,
Jamona.
Jamona.
Just gonna do that.
Probably when I went to my last Bears game, we got a 100 century flag or like towel.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what my favorite one is? Is when we went to the Suns playoff game, we got a rally towel.
Oh, dude, that orange one.
Probably that one. Yeah.
Rally the Valley.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
That's sick. I was wearing this jersey that game. That was the game where Book he dapped the baby.
Yeah, we were there for that.
That-
And he hit
yeah.
it from Tempe.
Oh my God, that was one of the better performances I've ever seen of a basketball player, and it was only 2 quarters long.
So say just the first half, and he got injured. That sucked because we were killing him that game too.
And then CP3 got old 5 minutes later.
Yeah, that was. But before that, man, Book was just killing it. But yeah, probably the rally towel for sure. That was sick.
Yeah. I like that Haboob Globe. I want to count that rally towel, but you already said it, so.
I mean, or the Diamondbacks one I got.
The playoff
The
flag.
last time last time they were in the playoffs and they lost.
Oh, yeah? We got swept by the Doyers.
Yep.
Speaking of the Diamondbacks, dude, we're collapsing at a tremendous rate.
Dude, they're up. I think it was 2-1 or 2-0, and their bullpen blew it again.
What day of the week is this?
Friday.
It ends in Y, right? Today's day of the week ends in Y. So the Diamondbacks bullpen blew it.
Why?
Yeah, because it ends in Y. Every day.
Or it ends in L.
Every day ends in L when you're a Diamondbacks fan.
Cubs lost too. They lost 8-0 to the Braves.
Life's miserable until
like
sun
Braves.
season starts.
Hey, man, at least we got ASU football at the end of the month. Pumped for that.
Yeah, getting out and going to games are going to be exciting.
It's going to be badass, bro.
I think they're going to be much better than people think they're going to be.
Dude, I keep seeing this thing where they think ASU is literally going to be 1-7 or 1-10. I'm like, how? Dude, they think we're going to lose to U of A.
No.
They think we're going to lose to U of A.
No.
I'm like, there's no
I know
way.
The only way that can happen, God forbid, is if there's a catastrophic amount of injuries. The amount of 4 stars and 5 stars and 3 stars that came over. Dude, we were rocking with teams the last Herb Edwards deal. Is it Herb or Herb?
Herb. 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 No, it's Herb. Herm. Herm.
Herm Edwards?
Yes, Herb.
That weirdo. Hello.
Hello, you play to win the game. Hello.
He's his time here was just god awful.
You know what's funny, though? He never lost to U of A. Ever.
Last year counts in my
his
book.
tenure, he never lost to them.
Well,
except last year.
In my book, last year counts.
Well, we lost to Eastern Michigan last year. I'm shocked he didn't get fired on the spot. We lost to Eastern Michigan at home.
Home.
That's a Cardinals thing. What? I was shook.
To be fair, last year's Cardinals would have also lost to Eastern Michigan.
Probably. Cardinals look like a JV team.
Yeah. There's a video going around online right now of Colt McCoy, like, tremendously, I say tremendous too much, horrendously underthrowing a receiver, and it just dots the cornerback in the helmet. Like, can the cornerback at least pick it off? That way I can be happy about something. Nope. Everything's going to suck this year.
Yeah, you guys are going
Perfect.
to be bad.
Perfect.
I mean, you called it earlier. I mean, I could see a number 1 pick in your future.
Yeah. No, pencil it in now. Unless Kyler Murray, okay, I'm not predicting wins, but I'm predicting if Kyler Murray comes back and he just plays like a Heisman candidate again, maybe we keep him. But if he comes back and he stinks it up, Caleb Williams, a number 1 pick to the Cardinals.
Let me ask you this. This isn't Cardinals related, but how do you think the Jets are going to do with Aaron Rodgers? Genuinely, like, how do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to be better? Do you think they're going to be worse? Do you think they're going to stay the same?
So who's in that division?
The Jets?
Yeah. Do you know?
I
know it's a Patriots.
Pats, Dolphins, and Bills. Have fun with the Bills. Bills want revenge. Real bad.
If Tua's brain is still attached to his body, I think he'll have a better year this year.
The fact that dude's going to play quarterback still is mind-boggling.
I think
After last year, he should stop playing football forever.
He should be a punter.
He should be a coach.
Yeah.
You don't have traumatic brain injuries like that and just keep going. Like, that's dangerous. Like, when he was doing that finger thing last year, looking like he was special ed, like, that's bad, dude. Like, I'm not a doctor or a scientist or a smart person, but I know for a fact that it's not good.
No.
You should not be playing football anymore. That's horrible.
It's a scary thing to see.
And, like, you know me, like I like watching people get their ass kicked because I think it's fun. But that, I wasn't like, yes. I was like, oh, no.
You know what's crazy?
And I knew something was wrong because that's not normal. That's not something someone does.
You know what's crazy to me? UFC people just get their brains bashed in, like, to get paid. I don't think they go around, like, killing themselves. I could be wrong. I'm sure there's some psychos out there.
Well, I mean...
But the amount of NFL players that have committed suicide, that have done all of this, and they beat up their wife.
It's horrible.
Beat up their children. I'm like...
It's horrible.
What's going on here?
Well, think about it like this, too, though. I've explained this to you before. Think about it, just a lineman in the NFL. Just like Jason Kelsey, for instance. Think about him. From the time he was a kid, and Pop Warner, like a kid,
cheering
on the line, just every single day, not every single day, but from every fall, just up to high school, on the line, college, on the line, NFL, on the line for, however many years he's been in the NFL now. That's a lot of hits to your head.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like, don't get me wrong, like, receivers can get it, obviously, guys on defense get it, but, like, the linemen is what would scare me the most because, like, those guys every single day are getting into car wrecks when they're playing football. Because, I mean, they're just drilling each other every single play. From the time the game starts to the time it ends, man, they're just going off.
So glad I didn't play football.
I'm just like, wow. I played it for a year, but I was a wide receiver, so I mean, I didn't necessarily get pummeled, but I did get a concussion. But I mean, like I can't imagine being a lineman.
I already got a brain thing. I can't.
Yeah, you like doing the worm for funsies.
The worm.
Macy, you ain't gotta like it because the hood don't love it.
GTA 5 radio.
Oh yeah, dude. That picture I sent in the group chat earlier of the GTA radio is better than actual radio changed my mind. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. That song by A$AP Rocky that's on GTA, I forgot what it's called, but
I know.
that song slaps.
Dude, ever since you brought that up, I've been trying to think of it, and I'm like, it's like it's on the tip of my nostril, and I can't figure it out.
Such a great song.
Yeah, I know. Oh. If you could bring back one moment in your life to recalculate it, slip it up, how would you do it? What would you do?
Can you ask that a different way? Because your little special way of asking is confusing the hell out of me.
If you can go back to a moment in your life
and
redo a certain situation,
okay.
What's the situation and how would you redo it? For better or worse?
I have a lot of those, like I'm sure we all do. Yeah, I have so many stories of like I should just kiss the girl or whatever, but I think one that makes me laugh is I walk into the house as a freshman, and my dad's sitting there eating food, and I looked at him, and I thought I was cool, and I called him by his real name instead of Dad. This man looked at me, dropped his fork, and gave me like, I'm going to murder you eyes. And I was like, oh, no. He's like, if you don't get the fuck out of my sight right now, I'm putting you through that wall. You understand me? And I was like, yes, sir. And I ran. I was like, okay. If I could go back in time, I would not call him that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Have you apologized?
I think I did like after it. Yeah, after he calmed down.
All right.
I wouldn't go to the lake with our friend and my cousin and roll over and almost die. I wouldn't do that. I would just be like, nah, I'm gonna stay home that day.
Good point.
Yeah, that was not a fun
I'm sure
day.
that was a traumatic day for all you.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Good news is everyone's all right. We're good.
Jesus quite literally took the wheel.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Frick. Dude, we both had Jesus took the wheel moments.
Even scarier is the fact that my little cousin was supposed to have been with us.
The little?
Little at the time. He's not little anymore.
I know,
but he was supposed to be with us. And that's even scarier of a thought to me. I'm like, dude, like I can't even imagine if he was there. It would have been even worse. I'm like, I can't think about that kind of stuff, man, because that's just scary.
It's a good thing it happened the way it did, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was terrifying, going down and then flipping over. I thought that was going to kill us instantly. I was like, all right, if you're going to do it, I'd like, do it fast. I don't want to suffer, damn it. It's 120 out here. Just kill me already.
That's hard to hear.
It was, like I said, I'm not a roller coaster guy. I'm not really like a big like thrill adventure kind of guy. Well, when it comes to rides and stuff. But that's the scariest ride I've ever been on in my life, and there's nothing that'll ever compare to that.
I bet.
Either that or, being in the sky during a storm and all of a sudden the plane's going, all of a sudden it drops a couple thousand feet, then keeps going. That's scary as shit. That'll make your ass pucker up real tight.
Bro.
We were flying to South Carolina from Chicago into a tropical storm to see my grandparents, and literally the plane was going. It's one of those little small planes. not the prop planes or anything, but it's like the smaller what do you call it?
Smaller commercial planes.
Yeah, literally, dude, we're up there, and all of a sudden, it's just like, boom, it just falls out of nowhere.
Bro.
I gripped the whatever the side of it, the armrest. There,
Yeah.
jeez, I can't find it. The armrest as tight as I could, and I was like, ah! I'm listening to like Nickelback or something.
What a dude.
I'm pretty sure I was listening to Photograph.
What a horrible way to go out.
I know. I like Nickelback.
No,
It's a
hey, I'm
great
not
song.
dissing that, but like, if you can pick your final song, it's not that.
It's not Photograph. You're right. I'm like, ah! And of course it keeps going, and my mom's hyperventilating, and she's like, I'm like, whoa, that sucks. And of course, when we got like to the airport and landed and stuff, I like kissed the ground. I was like, oh my god, I never want to do that again. That scared the shiz nizzle out of me.
I don't blame you. So what'd that feel like dropping from that height? What, 1,000 feet?
Scarier than any ride you've ever been on.
Could you feel or did it just feel like?
It was kind of abrupt. It felt in the moment, kind of like with the rollover. It felt like it was happening in slow motion.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In those moments, it feels like time kind of stands still. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's happening really quick. You wish it would, but it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
The plane was it happened that quick. I mean, it was just it was very abrupt. But as you're free falling, you're like, oh shit, because you don't know what's happening. You're just kind of along for the ride at that point. You're not controlling it. They don't tell you shit,
Dude.
And of course, you flip back over to the rollover. I held onto the wheel, and I was just like, no, no, no. I remember screaming, no, no, no. I can still hear it, acting like that was going to save me and my cousin and our homie. And, just that sinking feeling of like, oh, shit, this might be it. That's terrifying. And I don't know why I held onto the wheel, because that wasn't going to help me. And I held onto that motherfucker with a death grip. And I remember going over, like us going down and then flipping over and just being like, all right, well, here we go, man. And like that moment from going down then flipping over, that felt like it took eternity for me. Like in my mind that feels like a long time, but obviously again it happened that fast. But I mean, the entire thing of like rocking back and forth, of rolling and just being like, if we had the technology, or not, we have it, but if we had like, better editing skills, I'd show the picture of my Jeep way down where it landed and where we were at top. You see it, you're like, whoa, how'd you guys make that? I can't give you an estimate because I'm not that good with that kind of shit, but it was terrifying, but they put hair in my nuts. So, it is what it is, man. The way of the road.
The way of the dirt road. Yeah.
The only shitty part, well, the shitty part is that, but one of the shitty parts about that was I was literally just trying to find a spot to turn around, dude. We went fishing, didn't catch a damn thing. We had a bunch of tacos. Got a 30-pack of tacos from Taco Bell. I was literally trying to find a spot to turn around. That's all I was trying to do. We were going home. I was so fucking mad.
That's all you can do, man, is laugh at.
Yeah, I can laugh about it now. Me and my cousin, whenever we play softball, we see each other. So whenever we see each other, when we play softball, I'll mention it sometimes. Or actually, I don't mention it. He does. I'm always just like, ugh.
It's embarrassing.
Because I remember going to school, and people came up to me and were like, dude, like, people were like, dude, your driving sucks, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, what you mean? Like, yeah, you almost killed our boy. And I was like, what? I was like, first of all, like shut up. Like, you weren't there. I remember my aunt accused me of going like 50 miles an hour.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, she's like, you were going like 50 or 60 miles an hour. I was like, no. I was like, excuse me, hang on. Number one, you weren't there, okay? Number two, if we were going 50 or 60, we'd be dead. Or we'd have very severe injuries. Because if you're going 20 to 25 miles an hour, if you're going down that slow, we were fine. If we're going that fast, the Jeep would not have looked like that at all. There's no way in hell it would have looked like that. She's like, well, you're lying. I'm like, well, you're on crack, so here we go. Get off the smack and we'll talk about it.
And she's like, you got $20.
You got me.
You got clean spoons.
You got the fix.
I need to buy pipe. My other pipe exploded in my mouth the other day. I was sharing it with Hunter Biden. Sorry.
Whores.
It's just too easy of a joke.
I mean, it's on a tee. If you throw it down the middle, you got to hit it.
Yeah. Unless you're the Diamondbacks. You just look at it.
No, that's what they do. They throw it right down the middle.
No, they just strike out looking every time. The Diamondbacks, the hitters, they strike out looking.
You know, I thought getting rid of a couple guys would solve the problem, but apparently it didn't.
I'm just a sad egg these days.
We need our savior, Josh Rojas, to come back.
No. Goodbye. I think we need... Man, just start over. Just start the season over.
Just trade everybody.
Yeah.
But Corbin Carroll.
Yeah, keep Corbs.
Corbs.
I was thinking the other day, man, I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time. You just mentioned this. You just mentioned Taco Bell. I haven't been to a Taco Bell in a good amount of time. 1 second.
You know, Macy,
We're trying to fix this sound on the go. It's weird.
I got to tell you, Macy, I'm sure I'll probably be the first one to tell you this, but that's probably a good thing, buddy.
Yeah, I mean,
fast
we
food
live
these
in...
days has gotten horrible.
Yeah, and we live in, like, Arizona.
Fast food's everywhere.
Fast food is everywhere, but Taco Bell in a state where prime Mexican food exists, that's a sin.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a Mexican restaurant we go to here frequently called Ajo Al's, man. I mean, we used to go to this one called Los Compadres, but they shut down during the pandemic.
That and it was in the hood.
That too. Yeah, it was in a very bad area. But a lot of Mexican restaurants are. And those are usually the best ones.
Oh, dude, you know what's a really good one that I haven't had in a long time because there's not one close to us? It's Carolina's.
You like Carolinas?
Oh, dude, it's so good. What my dad usually does is gets a bunch of tortillas and he gets their meat. He gets like a whole platter.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's crack. It's so good.
Their
Their tortillas and their beans are crack, dude.
I've always been so disappointed by them.
Love Carolinas because there used to be one right by his gym. One of the Bally's way over there. I forgot where it was. I think it was Cape Creek and something. Anyway, yeah, that Carolinas is still over there.
Well, we'll make a trip down there. I'm willing to retry it.
Dude, I seriously want to try Torchy's Tacos. I've heard that place is so damn good.
Torchy's Tacos.
Torchy's Tacos has the fish.
We should do food reviews on our YouTube channel. We're also doing we're supposed to be doing skits and stuff. We should do food reviews too.
Those are pretty
We eat
popular.
out a lot.
We do.
We also cook a lot. We should review the things we cook.
We're also poor.
We're also poor. Buy stuff from ZF Decals on Etsy. It's Etsy shop ZF Decals. We get a, little bit of that. It's called a sponsor.
Love those.
Dude, I'm so bad at this.
Who cares?
Me too. Dude, this is such a cool thing, dude. I'm so obsessed with our logo.
Looks lit.
I like it a lot. I hope you guys like it a lot.
Hope you buy one. Shoot.
Buy 30 of them.
Stick them everywhere.
Even your underwear. It's just an easy rhyme.
Even your mattress.
Your mattress. Your fat dress.
Your dog.
Your frog.
Yay!
Dude, this is podcast attempt number 2. It's midnight. I went to bed at 3 last night, bro. Oh my God, I'm tired. Is this over yet?
I don't know. You tell me, big homie.
I think it is. I think it was a hit up until the last couple minutes.
That's okay.
I like it.
Well, that's all we got. We appreciate you. We love you.
This is so hard to do when you have a regular job.
We thank you.
PT.
Appreciate the sponsor, Zach. We'll see you on the flip.